Hello, I am Mikaela Jones and welcome back to the Delight Frequency vlog, where every week I share with you a tool for high vibrational living. Why do you want to live in a high vibration? High vibrational living is constituted by feelings or emotions that are above the level of confidence and beyond. So feelings of worry and doubt and anger and betrayal and hate and blame and judgment and all of that sort of stuff falls into a lower vibration, falls into what Dr. David Hawkins, the scientist who's done a lot of research on this, calls a negative attractor field. If you want to be creating more positive experiences in your life, having a fulfilled life, you want to move yourself, your predominant emotional vibration, up into a positive attractor field. And I have experienced this in my own life as a hypnotherapist, working with clients as well as working with myself, so I know this to be true. I'm not saying you can never experience a negative emotion or have fear or worry. This is a part of living. But as spiritual beings having a physical experience, we need to remember that we have these universal laws that empower us to move up into a higher vibration. When we are living in a higher vibration is when we're going to be experiencing more peace and fulfillment in our lives and able to make our unique contribution to the world. So it is my mission to help you do that. And one of the highest emotions or ways of being that you can have on Dr. David Hawkins' emotional scale is moving up into peace. Well, actually it goes joy, peace, and compassion. So compassion is actually one of the very highest vibrations that you can reach on this scale of being. And the reason why it's so important for you to be able to experience compassion is for a number of reasons. One, we're all one. We're all part of the same energy. Quantum physics shows this, that at our very most minute basic level, we are all part of the same energy. So we're all part of the one anyways. So in your ability to put yourself in another person's shoes and experience compassion for them, you will be able to not only help them and not create more negativity and not create, you know, that cycle of anger and blame and all of that sort of stuff that's just a perpetual cycle of karma. If you can step out of that and have compassion for the person, put yourself in their shoes, then you will remove yourself from your own spiral of negativity of going into victimhood consciousness. Now, this does not mean that you let a person walk all over you or that you don't speak up for yourself, that you don't use your voice. Of course, you need to have good boundaries and speak your voice, speak your truth with compassion and love. But what we're trying to do here is move away from the lower vibrations of blame and hate and negativity and anger and all that sort of stuff and move into higher vibrational living so that you can experience a more fulfilling life. And in your contribution of living from this higher vibration, you naturally are sharing that with the world and raising the vibration of humanity. So that is my goal with the Delight Frequency vlog, is to help you raise your vibration and raise the vibration of the consciousness of humanity, of the planet. So today's technique that I'm going to share with you is on compassion. I know last week we talked a little bit about the law of perception, and what you tell yourself about an event will dictate how you will experience it, and will not only that, but will dictate the further experiences that you track to you from the story that you tell yourself or about the event. Last week we talked mainly about how you perceive things for yourself, and in a situation for yourself we talked about a car accident. So this week comes from the Little Book of Light, and it's about compassion. And so I'm just going to read it to you here. Try on compassion when you feel least able. That guy cutting you off in traffic. Do you know for sure he's not rushing to get to the hospital before his baby is born? Or to cherish his loved one before they die? He probably needs your blessings. And this is one that actually did come to me in LA traffic. I lived in LA for 10 years and spent a lot of time in my car sitting in traffic. And you know, like everyone, for a long time I would just allow myself to get frustrated by that experience, and you know, literally could feel myself tense up and feel my blood pressure raise, and it just was not a pleasant experience in any shape, way, or form. And one of the things that really shifted, or the thing that really shifted that for me, was being able to have compassion and practice compassion, have that compassionate practice, that compassion practice. So, you know, because truly when somebody does something to you, you know, whether it's someone you know or a stranger, you know, you have a choice. You can choose to think the worst, or you can choose to give them the benefit of the doubt. And so, for example, sitting in traffic when somebody cuts me off, you know, I don't know truly what's going on with them. I don't know what personal crisis they are dealing with, or a trauma that they are experiencing in their life. And they're probably, you know, maybe not in their most centered space. And so I have two choices. I can either like send them negative energy that, believe me, you know, when you're thinking negative thoughts about another person, they do get it. So, you know, I can just send them crappy energy, or I can choose to think the best of them and send them a blessing of love. And you know what? Even if they're the worst person in the world, in my mind, anyone who, you know, is doing such a horrible thing that I am in the circle of, that I am experiencing, you know, that person has probably had such a crappy life or had such horrible things happen to them that they may have never experienced true love and compassion. So I, here in this moment, even if I'm not physically interacting with them, I have the opportunity to give them a huge blessing, to send them light and to send them love. So I encourage you to try that on and practice it. It's going to be difficult at first, but you will be amazed the more and more you practice it, the larger the events and things that will happen, that you can very gently and easily move yourself from that, you know, instant automatic reaction of blame and judgment to a heart-centered space of sending them love and forgiveness, if you need to go there, if it's a larger issue. So I'm simply speaking about compassion. I'm not talking about allowing a person to walk all over you and anything like that, or boundaries or any of that sort of stuff. That's a whole different topic. But as a whole, if you want to have a more peaceful and more uplifted life that is fulfilled, the more you can move yourself into that space of compassion, which, as I said, is one of the highest vibrational points that you can reach. It's even above love. Then you can literally begin to experience more and more in your life those experiences, because the law of attraction will naturally bring that back to you. So I think I'm kind of talking a little bit in circles. It's a warm day here in California and I'm feeling it. But anyways, please try that on for size, practice it, and then you can also bring your hand to your heart, bring your awareness to your heart, and literally send that compassion to the world. And that is how you will share your light and share your delight frequency, is by moving into your heart and setting that intention to share that compassion with the world. May all beings upon the planet be peaceful and happy. May all beings upon the planet know that love in their heart and feel that and act from that place. So thank you so much for joining me, and until next week, may you have a beautiful, blessed, and delight-filled week. Thank you again. Bright blessings to you.